Hi, Natalie.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm actually doing okay. It's been a journey these past couple weeks, but I'm doing good.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Natalie, thank you so much for offering to take this conversation on and just have a chat with me about all the various things that you've experienced as a hairstylist here in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just dive in, shall we? So you've got a wealth of experience and you've also trained here in the UK at the London College of Fashion. Tell me a bit more about that. What made you choose to do that particular hair and makeup course?
So I'm self-taught. I could do hair from a very, very young age, just naturally gifted at doing hair. I mean, the first haircut I ever did was on myself, my haircut. 16 years old, had to redo it, and from then that's really where the journey began. And if I'm honest with you, I chose that course because it was specifically for hair and makeup for film and TV, and at the time my desire was specifically to work with the celebrities, with the stars. So I searched around, and that was the course that allowed me to begin that path, that journey basically. The course was okay, the course was good in terms of I really thoroughly enjoyed the makeup. I thoroughly enjoyed the film study aspect. I can't say the hair in terms of the period aspects I thought were amazing. We obviously covered from 1920s, 1950s, 60s, you know, we did different period hairstyles, had to do assignments for that. So I definitely enjoyed learning about the different periods and the genres and everything else. I wouldn't say the hair covered a broad range, but it covered those genres. I mean, in terms of afro hair, I'd say that actually wasn't covered. The only aspect of afro hair that was covered in the course, we had to do an enrichment class on a Monday evening, which is like an additional 2 hours after hours of studying. So that would be between 7 and 9 on a Monday. And that lasted for about 5 to 7 weeks, maybe, something like that, about a 5-week course or something like that for 2 hours a day and on a Monday. And the most we did, if my memory serves me correct, it's been a while ago, but braiding, adding extension hair, crocheting, stuff like that. You wouldn't have left that course and understood how to deal with afro hair based on that enrichment, basically.
Really?
So I personally didn't leave that course impacted, or should I say, feeling like I gained the most knowledge at all in hairdressing. Definitely in the makeup, maybe because I came with no makeup skills. So for me, the makeup, was something I didn't know, and I dramatically made an improvement on within that year. But hair, no, I don't know many girls who left that course and would call themselves hairdressers or would know how to properly step into the industry to do periods hair or makeup for a film show or anything like that. They'd still need to go and do further training. But it looks good on your CV.
Of course,
So,
absolutely. And
yeah.
from hearing the range of things you were taught,
Yeah.
initially, my first thought, it's okay, they covered quite a bit, but you still felt like that wasn't enough. Can you just give me a bit more on why you thought that wasn't enough?
Well, the course is it was based in like 3 modules, so 3 for each term. So we chose like these studies for a specific thing during that term. So we'd kind of gloss over little areas, but each term was one specific thing. So I think my first term, if I remember correctly, I think it was the 40s, if my memory serves me correct. I just know I chose Dorothy Dandridge as my style icon for that period. So that I enjoyed because it was interesting to see how they achieved those looks with the roller sets and everything else. So that was what we did a lot of for that period. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. And but like I said, I wouldn't say you could have left that and known how to do hair. You just have known how to do like a particular hairstyle for that period, if that makes it, unless you chose to do extensive out of hours practice on all of these hairstyles, as you know, then no, you wouldn't. And a lot of the girls who didn't have any hair skills struggled with those hairstyles. But what happened is they would practice the one look they chose for their assignment,
Mm.
100 times. So that look would be amazing, but you couldn't put them on a film set and say, right, you know, you would not know, they would not know how to do that. Even I would say I'd feel very daunted at doing it because it was still out of my comfort zone, but I had hair knowledge and hair skill prior to the course. So,
got you. So even though there was a practical and theoretical element to what they taught you, it wasn't enough to make you feel confident stepping out with the entire range.
No. I definitely wouldn't. No, definitely would not. You and then the course after that, partly why I didn't choose it as well was actually it was specific for special effects makeup for hair and film. So it kind of delved into just one category, which once again, that's very specialized. So, you know, a lot of makeup, you know, how to do the cuts and the bruises and the special effects makeup, which wasn't really the path I wanted to go down. So it kind of was easy to make the decision at the time to say, right, well, I'm going to work for now.